Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of my teen romantic comedy, SNAFU Climax, which is on episode 4. Or you could call it the total number of episodes, possibly like episode 30 if I can remember it correctly. I mean 13 episodes in the second season, and I believe there were 13 episodes in the first season. That's 26, and we're up to episode 4, and then that's pretty much episode 30 right there. Anyways, this episode right here was actually very hectic, I guess. I mean, many people might have been bored out of something, etc. But for me, when it got to a certain middle and then towards the end, it's what kind of hit me a bit. But don't really know what's gonna happen next for our boy Hickey. But this may not end very well depending on how he's gonna handle it, you know. I know you guys might be thinking, what in the effing heck are you even talking about? Well, I'm about to get to that just a moment, okay? So if anything else, let's just get this started. You know, the episode opens up with with everything seems to be going well. It's been actually noticed by social media, and then there's a scene with Hickey and Yui-chan having to go to a location to possibly go get something for Hachiman's little sister as a celebration, by saying, "Oh, congratulations, you gotten your fair share of getting through the school, etc." But apparently things kind of went very sour eventually towards the middle of the episode, and the reason being is because we have to that Iroha ends up calling Hachiman and Yui for possibly help, because there's a discussion with Yukino's mother and Yukino that they're gonna cancel this prom, or they don't want this to happen because, yeah, and not to mention she's part of this thing called the PTO, which I don't know what the hell that is or something. Whatever the case may be, it must be a big thing because Yukino's mother is saying, I don't want you to be involved in this kind of okay? I want you to cancel it, blah blah blah, because it's not very appropriate, or it may not even go the way you want it to. Yukino really was trying to argue her points along with Hachiman asking what the school's opinion about it, and everything seems to be a little out of order or possibly in chaos right now because, because of the conversations here and there. Eventually, after Yukino's mother left, we have to it that Hachiman and Yui-chan wants to help out, but apparently we have to it that Yukino's sister says, hey, this is something that she has to deal with, okay? Otherwise, if you try to come in and help out, you're only going to make things worse than it has to be. And sometimes you got to respect the person's wishes if they don't want your help at all, etc. Everything seems to be very bleak and seems very dark right now for the situation of canceling this prom or not letting it happen because, the PTO of Yukino's mother, I don't know what the she is, but one thing was sure, the fact that she could smile and she could, bring up her own kind of points, man, is kind of scary, not to mention the amount of power she holds, and it's really goddamn dangerous and hectic. But we have to it that eventually something about codependency was told to Hickey about having to try to help out, but you shouldn't be doing that. Except I've seen a lot of discussions where people say that's not really the case, Although I don't really know much about it myself, but one thing for sure is Yukino's older sister tries to tell Hickey that this is something that Yukino must do. Otherwise, it's a whole lot of something that she's giving up if she doesn't try to do this herself, Eventually, we have to it that Yui and Hickey were on their way home, decided to talk about a couple things, but apparently things kind of gotten worse because there are some social media comments saying that the prom is getting canceled, and they go whoa, 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 whoa. What are you talking about here, Hickey ends up looking at the comment section and ends up deciding to call the teacher about it, and the teacher says, I can explain it to you another day, but I'm trying to get busy with this right now. But Hickey's says, no, I need you to tell me now. Depending on how much time is left, we may not be able to overcome this or overcome a certain decision about canceling the prom. And the reason why Hickey and Yui was not told about this is because of Yukino's wishes of not letting them know, And this kind of gotten really hectic, etc. So what do you want to do? Do you want to still try to help out or something? And Hickey still wants to help out, saying that he promised that he'd save her someday, And he has to it that he's gonna go to the sensei, and Yui-chan understands and says, go ahead, but she ends up having a tear come out, but she ends up stop crying and says, just go on ahead, eventually we have to it that like when Hickey decides to go to school, even though like he was reluctantly hesitant to do so because Yui-chan was crying, you know, and I think we understand why. Although like it looks like it's really obvious from the get-go, it's not really confirmed for me. I mean, I think it is already obvious and possibly confirmed, but not to 100% direct approach, you know. But whatever the case may be, we have to that Yui-chan hides in a building that Hickey would not see, and she ends up crying greatly, knowing that like knowing that she already knows what Hickey and possibly Yukino is really feeling about each other, you know. Especially she ends up crying very badly, saying she really wished she didn't want Hickey to go. She could have stopped. She could have started crying, and then Hickey won't go, you know, etc. But whatever the case may be, like she literally hid behind a certain building, and then she ends up crying very badly, knowing that the situation it's already like looking very bad right now, you know. So pretty much, you know, I understand Yui-chan. At the same time, I don't know why I feel so troubled by it, you know. Although like I guess like whatever the case may be is knowing that she has feelings for Hickey, and she seems to be very upset about it, and she just really wished her tears had stopped, but it looks like she can't stop them now. And you know, there's this song playing at the end of the credits, you know, which is really sweet. Preview next episode, it looks like to me things are gonna looking bleak right now, although I don't know how it's gonna go out or how it's gonna end, because the way how the preview of the next episode's coming about, it's just really looking very bad right now. And you know, prom being canceled right now, it seems very bad for our characters, because they worked really hard on this and they want it to happen and send it off as a goodbye graduation kind of thing. And even though it was Iroha's idea and selfish request in other cases for herself, you know, I understand that, but damn, dude. All I know is Yukino's mother is scary. She holds a big amount of power of a PTO, which I'm not too familiar with, but whatever the case may be, it must be a big thing to think they have this much power to say, oh, we don't want this to happen, we want to cancel it, even though you say it's a goodbye present to all the graduating seniors here and there. No, kind of thing. The fact they could just like make a decision like that is just scary alone. So I don't know how it's going to go out for Hickey himself, since he's going to try to find a way to fix things or try to save Yukino-chan, but many people have discussed saying that that is not really the case, because, you know, I don't know. Whatever's bound to happen, whatever's going to happen for any of our characters, it's not going so well. Yui-chan, of course, she's crying so badly, knowing that things are not going her way, and knowing that Hickey wants to go help out Yukino, and prom being canceled, and Hickey wants to do something, and etc., because he's not very happy about this at all. While even though Yui-chan understands Hickey, she's just very upset and cried at the end and hid behind a building. And I'm like, oh man, this is really hectic. Yeah, I mean, it's really looking bad for our characters, like I said. I mean, prom's being canceled, Yukino's mother's having this amount of power and PTO whatsoever, and even the ending right there is just being more dramatic than it is possibly. So hopefully things could be fixed, but it could be highly unlikely, but we'll have to see. So until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Ta-da!